Show is drinking. Woke up with a hangover. I'ma keep winning for you, it's game over. Pull up on the block in a Range Rover. Shit on these niggas for love, they ain't show us.
Influential talk show live from the BXNY.
Welcome everyone. Happy Sunday. This is March 7th and we are here, actually March 8th.
Yes.
We had to March 8th, right, ladies?
Yeah.
This is JLP's Youth Talk. We are here at the Demetrix Studios. I'm Laverne Bowen. We have special guests that are coming into the house, but what an amazing time. We have our special young ladies, and we're going to give them a round of applause because JLP's Youth Talk is all about the youth. And they're going to introduce themselves right now to you. And to my right, I have...
Hi, I'm Ajane Mitchell, and we're on JLP's Youth Talk.
Hi, Anjanae. How are you?
Good.
And we also, ladies and gentlemen, have a veteran of JLP's Youth Talk. She didn't know that she was going to be on the air today, but she came on to cheer us on, and we're so happy. We have Angelise Rawls. Let's give Angelise Rawls a hand. Hi. We have an amazing show for you today. We are going to be talking about Aj's investigations. Aj has done an amazing job. High five, sister girl. In her investigations, she goes around to every borough in the city. She talks about the topics that are most current, as well as those that are very much in your minds and our minds. And today, what do we have, Aj?
Well, we're going to be talking about animal abuse.
Animal abuse. Now, talking really nice and loud into the mic. What about animal abuse?
Well, as I was researching on the Humane Society website, it states that like abuse to an animal is like really bad, or it could just be neglect and failure to take care of the animal.
Wow. Now, why did you want to talk about animal abuse? Why animal abuse?
Well, every time when I'm watching TV, like, you know, the ASPC commercial comes up.
ASPCA, right?
Yeah. It always comes up, and I'm just like, okay, it's been showing a lot. This must be really serious.
Wait. You're talking about that commercial where they show the sad puppies and dogs. Angie, have you seen that commercial?
Yes, when I was younger, I would watch it and I would cry.
Yes, I would cry too. Now, we know a lot of people have pets. Some pets are like family to many, many people. So what did you find out, Anjanae?
Well, I found out that...
And you can read from your report. She wrote an excellent report, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
what did
I
you
found out people with emotional problems tend to, like, beat, shoot, stab, or just, like, set their animal on fire.
Oh, whoa. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So that type of abuse is going on now with with animals?
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yes.
So what did your Humane Society say?
Well, that's what it said, and it also said that people with emotional problems, if they're violent towards an animal, that they're probably violent towards other people and their family members.
Ooh.
Do any of you guys have a pet?
As a matter of fact, I do. I have 2 dogs. They're both Yorkies, and I have a snake.
A snake?
Yes.
Oh. Now, wait. Angie, you have Yorkies. What are Yorkies? Are those like the big dogs, the little dogs?
No, those are like
I don't have any pets.
The little small, like teapot size Yorkies, like the small dogs.
Like little lap dogs?
Yeah.
How cute.
And my snake is a Kubachi king snake. Okay, now when we first got this snake, he was the most shyest snake, like, ever.
Wait, Angelise. Aj, can you believe what you're hearing?
A snake? I never pictured anybody having a snake in their home.
Yes. And now we're talking about being kind to animals and such. How can you be kind to a snake? Well, I guess it's not a poisonous one. I know your mom. She would not allow a poisonous snake. What made you choose a snake as a pet?
Well, I wanted to get a lizard because they had these cute little lizards and they were
Yeah,
so
lizards.
cute. And I was just sitting there all alone in this light getting heated up on top of each other. But then my mom said, you know what? No, we're going to get a snake. And then she ended up buying the snake and we got the snake. And to this day, we still argue about the snake's name, even though we just got him like a few months ago.
Okay, so now how about if we go back to the dogs? Because
Yeah.
a lot of our listening and viewing audience may not have snakes, Angelise, but what we're talking about today, ladies and gentlemen, is Anjane's investigations on being kinder to our pets. And so how, Angie, are you kind to your pets? Let's talk about the dog, the Yorkies. Okay,
course.
how about that? You heard Anja's report. What did you think about people who are unkind to
Well,
animals?
like she said before, it's usually people with emotional problems that like hurt their pets. So if you think about it, if like someone knows somebody with emotional problems and they have a pet, it makes no sense to allow them to keep on having the pet.
Well, I agree with that. Is there any solutions, Aj, in your investigations concerning how we can better care for our pets, or what do you think?
Well, if you feel somebody is hurting an animal in any shape or form, then I think you should go to probably like an organization and probably get them help.
Absolutely. And the organizations that we know are very helpful are the ASPCA, and we're going to be putting up some information about that, the ASPCA, and also the main source where you got your report from, Aj, the Humane Society. All of these can be looked up, and we're going to make sure that we place them up on our BronxNet television show when we edit it for that. But wow! So going back to Yorkies, what are the name of your pets, Ange?
Okay, so the oldest one, which is also the smallest one and the meanest one, her name is Barbie. And the youngest one, which is the bigger one and, the sweetheart, his name is Princeton.
Okay. Now, why did you choose those dogs? And
well, we got those types of dogs because, again, they're small. So it's like if we got a really big dog, like no matter what, our animals have always grown attached to us. Like they would always lay in the bed.
yeah.
And if we got like the world's biggest dog or like a husky or anything along those lines, imagine that just coming and plopping on top of your body while you're sleeping, all in your face.
So that's why you chose a smaller dog versus a larger dog. We want to hear your dog stories, don't we? Call us here at JLP's Youth Talk if you have a pet or an animal. And Swerve, what is that number to call in? 212-239-3900. Well, I just asked him the number, and on the air, he doesn't want to tell us the number. Call us in if you want. Yes.
That's not the number.
We just. Well, we just asked you. Thank you so much, Anjane. This is a DSN card, and we're so glad that it was here because Swerve didn't want to help us with the number. Can you tell everyone the number to call in? And that number is right here. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much, Swerve. So we were just trying to engage our audience and get into the conversation concerning our pets and such. Did you ever have a pet, Anjane?
Well, I can say I have like a god dog.
A god dog? What is a god dog?
Well, one of my mom's closest friends, she has a dog, and I treat that dog like it feels my own. Like I take care of it and stuff like that. So
really? So then when you take care of the dog, how do you feel? I mean, you had a great report concerning, does the dog make you feel happy? How do dogs make you feel? How do your pets make you feel? And in return, you want to show back the same feelings, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
So how do your dogs make you feel?
my dogs make me feel loved all the time. Like, it's like dogs are like people. It all depends on their personality. So if you have more like of a shy type dog that likes to hide under the covers or under the bed and wants to be left alone.
Wait. So you're telling me literally that your dogs have personalities like that?
Yeah, all animals do. I'm not crazy. All animals do. Like animals, they're animals. Of course, they have personality. Like not all animals are the same. Like not all animals could be loving. Like I have my 2 dogs. They're so different from each other. Like the older one is so mean. Like she is mean to everyone.
Well, what exactly made you choose a Yorkie?
The smallness.
Yes, the small ones. What exactly? We are on the air live. Tell everyone why you feel, a smaller dog was better than, say, a pit bull or a Dalmatian or any of the other larger dogs.
Well, if you think about it, if you live, like, I don't live in an apartment, but it's a 2-people house. So
Yes.
if the people downstairs are allergic to the dogs, they're going to get upset or anything. But, again, there's no, like, nothing, like, to be safe, people like to have a bigger dog. But if you, like, think about it, not much is going to happen to you in the case that you'll need a bigger dog.
Well, a lot of people get bigger dogs for protection.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, knowing my dogs think that they're like protection dogs, and they kind of are. Like, my dog actually gave me a scratch before I got here.
Oh.
Yeah. So I would say that my dogs are like guard dogs. But then again, the smaller dogs are more preferred, because if you want something to like cuddle with that's all tiny and like you could like just lay with and it's so cute, you would get a smaller dog. And if you want a big dog, like you could do the same with the bigger dog, but it's kind of more difficult. Plus, Yorkies don't shed.
They don't shed. That's
No.
very important.
So if you're laying with a different dog, like a husky, there's gonna be shed all over the bed when you wake up. But if you have a Yorkie, you wake up to nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about taking care of your pets, your animals, and so forth. And we want to give Janae a huge hand. Let's give her a big round of applause. What an amazing, amazing report she just had. And we want to give you that information about the Humane Society as well as the ASPCA. We're going to do that before the end of the broadcast. So, ladies, you're here at JLP's Youth Talk. We just want to go over, especially with Angelise. Angelise has been a part of JLP's Youth Talk for many, many years. Angie, can you just tell everyone what your experience was like with JLP's Youth Talk?
Okay. So, I started out when I was like 6.
About 6 years old?
Yeah, when I was around 6. And during that time, they had kids that were like a couple of years older than me. So if you think about it, everything from when I was younger, I felt like I was more advanced towards everything, because all the little kids would be playing with their dolls and I'll be playing with microphones. So I felt advanced. And then as time went on and you get, you don't stay with the same group of people that you have forever. Like, that is a part of life. People will come and go in your life. So it's the same thing with us. We have new groups of people that come, every now and then. Mm-hmm. Each group of people that I've been with so far were,
We're pretty varied in the community. What Angelise is talking about are the groups of young people that had gathered at Wings Academy High School here in the Bronx, as well as in BronxNet Television. That's also at Lehman College. And also we've had many radio shows over the years. What do we do at JLP's Youth Talk? We have our youth who come from the community, and they are involved in our media program. And Angelise, I was trying to give you a shot, Angie, but she was amazing. Angie, can you hold up our little DVD there?
Oh, yes, I can. This was when I first came, and I think it actually first started with this video right
and
here.
That video she's speaking of is called The Tiny Tither. We all know about the universal law of the tithe, giving and taking, and Angie was a major part of that production at Henry Street Settlement, and we want to thank Henry Street Settlement for allowing us to perform that. We're going to talk about a very serious subject coming up. Did we give you, and how did you feel, Aj, about your report?
It was good.
It was very, very good. And we're going to talk about a very serious subject coming up. Do our youth know about voting? Do our youth know about how voting started? We have a representative today here from the NAACP Bronx branch, and his name is Mr. Dion Powell. He is going to come on and he is going to talk about the latest of this anniversary of Bloody Sunday. Bloody Sunday was a very pivotal time in our history. You girls, have you ever heard of that?
No.
We're going to talk a little bit about that, and then he's going to talk about some upcoming activities that the Bronx branch of the NAACP is putting on, and we're so proud to have him on. But I want a doggy. I'm sorry, this segment still hasn't gotten away from me.
I want a dog too.
Okay, so we're going to bring on some veterinarians. We're going to bring on some people who know a lot about dogs. We're going to visit the Riverdale Equestrian Riding Center. We're going to talk to the Harlem Derby. We're going to talk about animals and pets further. Are you going to help us out with that, Angie?
Of course, but let's not only focus on dogs here. You know, we have cats and reptiles.
Snake.
I don't like cats.
Well, I don't know about the snakes and such, Angie, but we're going to
tarantulas.
look at Audrey's face.
I don't like cats.
Oh,
I don't like cats.
I have a cat. I forgot about that. I have a cat.
Okay, we're back on the subject of our pets and animals and how to take care of them, but why don't you like cats?
I don't know. I've just been deathly afraid of cats since I was younger. Really? My grandma, she has this black cat with green eyes, and it's like, if you wake up, all you see is the eyes. And I've just been scared of cats.
It's a little spooky.
I've just been scared of cats. I don't know why.
Well, we want to hear your pet stories, so we're going to open up the floor to that. After this break, we started off by talking about our next guest, who is Dion Powell from NAACP. So we're going to play a wonderful video for you. You all know it. Did you guys see the Oscars?
Nope.
You don't watch the Oscars.
It's not my type of.
Okay, anyway, this was an Oscar-winning song from John Legend and from John Legend and Common. And so we're going to play that video for you and come back with the representative from the NAACP. And then we're going to talk more about our upcoming events with the Tiny Tither. And we have some of our cast members here. We're so excited.
Oh.
Super excited. So let's take it away. I'm Laverne Bowen, and this is JLP's Youth Talk.
Bye now.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours. It will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure. We will be sure. Oh, glory, glory, glory. Oh, glory, glory. Hands to the heavens, no man, no weapon formed against, yes, glory is destined. Everyday women and men become legends. Sins that go against our skin become blessings. The movement is a rhythm to us. Freedom is like religion to us. Justice is juxtaposition in us. Justice for all just ain't specific enough. One son died, his spirit is revisiting us. True and living in us. Resistance is us. That's why Rosa sat on the bus. That's why we walk through Ferguson with our hands up. When it go down, we woman and man up. They say stay down, and we stand up. Shots, we on the ground, the camera panned up. King pointed to the mountaintop, and we ran up. One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours. It will be ours. Oh, glory, glory, glory. Oh, glory, glory. Now the war is not over. for every man, woman, and child. Even Jesus got his crown in front of a crowd. They march with the torch, we gon' run with it now. Never look back, we done gone hundreds of miles. From dark roads, heroes, to become a hero. Facing the League of Justice, his power was the people. Enemy is lethal, a king became regal. Saw the face of Jim Crow under a bald ego. No one can win a war individually. It take the wisdom of the elders and young people's energy. Welcome to the story we call victory. The coming of the Lord, my eyes have seen the glory.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, glory.
I love the station that plays all my favorite
One
music.
day.
The most influential urban radio talk show live from the BXNY.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at JLP's Youth Talk. We're here at the studios in the Boogie Down Bronx and the Matrix Studios, and we have a special guest with us today. His name is Dion Powell. He is a representative from the Bronx branch of the NAACP, and we are so happy to have him on. Let's welcome him. Welcome. Mr. Powell, now we were talking about this past anniversary concerning the voting rights and so forth. Now we know that you're with the NAACP. Can you give us a little overview of what the NAACP is about and the activities, and if you could speak nicely into the mic and get comfortable. Mr. Powell is first radio interview and he was a little nervous, but
video, all that stuff.
All of that stuff, and not
I went
only
to school for this, but that's my first time.
Wait a minute, you went to school for this and
Yes.
you're nervous?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's okay. Let's get you all comfortable and talk about something good that you know. So the NAACP, how did you get involved with that and why?
Okay, the NAACP stands for the NAACP stands for the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, and that basically means it's a civil rights organization to get people of color or any minority group that feels enfranchises together and have their focus on different issues around the country, and they also have chapters around the world. Now, how I got involved was in college at the City College of New York, the City University of New York.
All
CUNY,
right,
my alma mater,
Harlem.
and Lehman College is involved in this whole production as well.
Boogie Down Bronx.
And that's right. And a person that I was doing student government with said that this organization helped him with a situation where his rights were being infringed upon, where he was arrested wrongfully, and his mother was a part of the organization and helped get him out and resolve the whole issue. So he wanted to start a college chapter. So we have a youth and college division, which has young people ages 18 and under and in their 20s and younger who are in colleges and in high school that get involved and do issues on their campus, and also issues that are higher up in there wherever they live throughout the world.
Excellent.
And so we did some issues on the campus. We started our chapter. Went to
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but when you say issues, what issues? So,
one of the issues that we had on our campus that we felt that people of color were enfranchised upon back then at City College, because it's one of the most diverse schools, not only in New York but in the country.
yes, it is.
Was that we had issues with our tuition, which that every year they were trying to increase the tuition, but didn't have an excuse as of why. So they increased the
I
tuition.
remember that.
And so that's still going on.
You guys had shut-ins and protests and
that
such.
was back in the 70s and 80s.
Okay. Well,
And-
wasn't that okay back in the 70s
Yeah.
and 80s?
So they used to have the cool, what they call the school takeover. They took over the whole campus. And
Yes, I
so
remember that.
and so we would get together and we would plan meetings and organize and go to Albany, lobby, and things of that nature. And so it always dawned upon me, this is a great organization. I started meeting other chapters throughout New York City, and I also went to the National Convention in D.C., and I met others throughout the country, and they're like, "Oh, this is nice organization where people of color could come together and do things that are positive,
Yes.
and have activities and things of that nature." And
Yeah.
children, of course, were a main focal point of that as well.
Wow.
And that was also very good. And some of the things that we're doing, and then later on, as years passed and I graduated, I was like, now what do I do? Because I don't have a college chapter anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then at a community board meeting, I found a flyer for the Bronx branch dinner. And I was like, oh, I got to go. I want to come
The
over.
annual Freedom Fund dinner.
And we're doing
That's
that again.
coming up.
Yeah. Not to
I
give,
can't wait.
Not to give another plug, but we're having our annual dinner this year. For our honorees, which are Bronx leaders who do different things, religious, economic leadership, educational leadership. It's going to be on Friday, April 24th at Eastwood Manor here in the Bronx. And another shout out to Eastwood Manor is that I like this this catering hall because at all catering halls I've been to in the Bronx, this is one catering hall that actually employs a lot of people of color.
Wow, I
can't say
didn't know that. That's
I just
amazing.
want to give them a shout out to that. They do their work.
Yes, we've been to the Eastwood Manor on many occasions, even with the union that I belong to, the NAPFE. I was honored there at the Eastwood Manor. Awesome venue, but I didn't know that they employ a lot of people of color more than other venues.
Yes, there's other venues in the Bronx which I will remain nameless, but you go there, you look around, you're like, we have a lot of people who are paying good money per plate.
Wow.
And they don't hire our own. So
Wow.
shocked.
I love that. Now, we're talking about the annual Freedom Fund dinner, and that is coming up in next month. Now, last year, who did you honor?
Wow, who did we honor last year? There were a lot of different ministers.
It was
because we focus on the ministry because the beginning of the NAACP and the most civil rights movement was organized in the church. So we always make sure reverends are like one of our main focuses.
Yes, so we have a lot of pastoral clergymen who were honored as well. But I was particularly impressed with this dinner because it brought out so many of the leaders in the Bronx community. Yes. And so why did you pick the Bronx chapter? You just heard about it and
Yeah, I saw the Bronx chapter. I picked the Bronx chapter. It does its meetings in a community center in the South Bronx, and it focuses on all the Bronx issues. Now, there are other Bronx branches, as we call them, chapters. We call them branches.
Okay.
The Bronx branch is the founding chapter for the Bronx for NAACP.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people don't know that.
No, I didn't know that.
The first ones. And then came Co-op City, Williamsbridge, Parkchester.
Wait, so now you have different chapters in the Bronx.
Right.
In the Bronx as a whole.
Right. And so when we tell people we're the Bronx branch, they say, oh, which one?
Okay.
Just like when I tell people I'm from City College, they say, oh, which one?
So now we're speaking to our young people here today, and now I know you're talking about an organization that's pretty long-standing in the community, in the country, in the world. How do we get our young people excited and engaged in we just had an anniversary, Selma, and so forth. That was all over the news, trending a lot. And how do we get our young people to be involved in such a great cause, learn about the history, and go further and do, and help you in your cause?
All right, one of the biggest things I do with the young people is that I let them know the history that they should know, which is the membership. A lot of people, young people especially, don't know that Martin Luther King Jr. was one of our members. Rosa Parks was one of our members. Thurgood Marshall was one of our members.
We just did some segments on these individuals, right, Ajane? So now when you say being members, what does the membership entail, and how can our young people be members?
Yes, young people can be members, and their memberships are very inexpensive, and they also have a lifetime membership they can buy into less than lifetime. Now that entails them to a lot of resources. For example, we have a legal defense fund. A lot of people don't know about. A lot of people do know about, but then it's too late. For example, like an issue will happen with the court,
important.
And then they'll come to us. Oh, we need legal help now. Something just happened. And they're like, well, are you a member to get part of this resource? Because this is expensive. These people can't do these things for free. It's not like
this is a very important area that you brought up. So how do we get in touch with you? How do we come to the next meeting?
All right. Well, the Bronx Branch general membership meetings are the first Tuesday of every month at 595 Trinity Avenue at the Community Center.
Okay.
That's off the 2 train Jackson Avenue stop. Okay.
Okay. So we're going to give you more information on that. We're going to post that on our BronxNet television show, as well as towards the end of this program. I'm going to, if you don't mind. But I mean, this is wonderful, Mr. Powell. You're a young man yourself. How did you get involved in an institution that's been around for how long?
It's over 100 years.
Over 100. See, I didn't want to get it wrong.
We had our anniversary in 2009.
Very good.
Because we started in 1909, 2009, 100 years.
So you're like the next generation coming up, helping our newer generation about this. And so you said the membership. Martin Luther King was a member. Rosa Parks. Who else? Who are some of the other notable individuals we may know that are a part that may draw, people in?
They draw people in. Okay. Medgar Evers.
Medgar Evers.
He started a lot of things with that. We have members all over the place. For example, Barack Obama, who I would like to say is a member. He should be a member because he actually promised us in his 2008 campaign that if we were elected president, he would come to our national convention as president.
Really? Did he?
And he did come to our national convention. We had our 100th anniversary in New York
Can we
City.
get some applause? So here is one politician who did keep his promise. That's amazing. And not only did he keep his promise, but he had an anniversary for the Selma, for the Bloody Sunday. Now, can we talk a little bit about that? I know our young people may not know. They may feel a little, we're going to have you do a little bit of research on it, ladies. Okay, is that cool? Mm-hmm. What about scholarships?
That's another thing you guys have access to. We have a whole bunch of scholarships on our website, naacp.org.
Good.
And these come all over the place. Also, United Negro College Fund. Cover a lot of different organizations, including them. So far, when it comes to the issue of Selma,
yes,
you just need to know the history of Selma as towards it's about voter rights. And the thing is, that I make it so cool for you guys is that student government and student politics are very big to me when you were in school.
Wait, Anjanae is on student government in her school, right? Yeah. Okay.
And voting, the whole ideal of voting is why this all happened. They were trying to prevent them from voting and changing the laws in Alabama. From Selma to Montgomery, the capital of Alabama is Montgomery. So if you're in student government, you should know that you can be a part of change within your school if you're elected and you have the right votes. But if some people are trying to prevent certain people from voting from you, like people that agree with your whole ideal, then that'll hurt you.
Like Tisha and Kanisha was trying for you not to be president.
Yeah, if you wanted to, be the president.
You know what I mean, Anjanae.
And you're promising to change the menu of the cafeteria food, then you want to get everybody to be able to vote, especially everybody that agrees with you. But some people might not want that to happen. So that's what happened in Alabama. They would march to try to get to the Capitol to say, hey, we're here. We want to change things, and we want to be able to vote to change things for us as well. We want more rights. And it's like, no, so it brought into violence. That's why they call it Bloody Sunday. And so the president of the United States had to get involved and send the federal troops in, and that's what happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to Dion Powell. He's a representative. What is your title?
I'm an executive committee member.
He's an executive committee member of the NAACP Bronx branch.
Yeah.
I think that was wonderful. Can we give him a hand for all of the information that he has? Oh, no, well, we're going to come back. We're going to come right back because this is some good stuff. I mean, we're going to lighten it up, and the kids are going to stop yawning, and they're going to get to their tiny tither and to their books and their upcoming shows. But this is really important information, and so we really want to thank Mr. Powell for coming on and giving us this wonderful information. We would like to just take a short break, and we are going to go back to the video for Selma. We had an incredible, it's trending all over social media and so forth, and we want to harp on it a little bit because it's part of our history. This Selma is now. We have a lot of information that is needed today. Our kids are navigating through the streets and harrowing circumstances, and we want to talk a little bit more about it. So we're going to play that video again, and then we're going to lighten it up, and we're going to talk about some good stuff and some good news that's coming up because we have some wonderful people in our studio audience as well as our young people talking about the scholarships. Can you say yay, Angie?
Yay.
Yay. Angie just she's going to be going to a very important school.
Oh, I love the station that plays all my favorite music.
The most influential urban radio talk show live.
Hey there, everybody, and welcome to JLP's Youth Talk. This is March 22nd, and I am Laverne Bowen. We are here in the studios, and you just saw a replay of a fantastic interview with the NAACP representative from the Bronx chapter. That was Dion Powell. We're going to cover the Freedom Fund dinner at April 24th, and that's going to be at the Eastchester Manor here in the Bronx. So we're so glad, and we thank him for coming on and representing and talking about voting rights. If you don't vote, believe me, you don't have any reason to complain. So we're here just piggybacking off of the film footage that you saw. We had such an amazing week. We want to give a shout out first and foremost to our young people, to Anjanae, to Angie, to our young sisters, Mila and Zoe. Everyone will be in the studio on April with their book segments and all the goodies for our young people and announcements. But I'm here today just to let you know of an amazing week that we've had with JLP's Youth Talk and DSN. Yes, we have traveled all the way to Queens, New York, because you know we love NYC. We traveled to Queens, New York this past week to join in on the Queens World Film Festival. Now, this festival is amazing. We have one here in the Bronx now. We haven't forgot about our homestead. We'll be traveling and over to the Bronx Museum of Arts or wherever the Bronx International Film Festival will be held. JLP will be there. But we were invited to the Queens World Film Festival by Miss Katha Cato. Katha Cato and her husband Don Cato are amazing. They're a couple who had started an after-school program. It worked well many years in the after-school area at the Henry Street Settlement. They also helped us design a wonderful play called The Tiny Tither, which we'll talk to you more about. But one of our wonderful young ladies in the show here at DSN, Nakia, I have to give her a major shout out. She came out and joined me at the Queens World Film Festival. We're going to show you a trailer of that. It's an array of young filmmakers from all around the world. We were able to chat with LA filmmaker Phil Atkins. He made a short about a film on young people and the different decisions that we have to battle with, or they have to battle with. I'm getting up there, but our young people are battling with decisions every single day. So we're going to show you that film and that interview on BronxNet in April. Nakia and I had a great time also looking at all of the films from Asia, from Japan. We met individuals from all over, and it was a great experience. And we're going to show you and tell you how your young people, if they are so inclined and have arts or inclined in filmmaking, if they have talents in filmmaking, we are going to help you to submit your child's film in the next Queens World Film Festival. So thank you, Katha and Don, for an amazing festival. We're going to show a little trailer of it, and then we're going to come back and talk to you about some more upcoming activities and events for our young people on JLP's Youth Talk. This is the Queens World Film Festival.
You know I never did what we did before. You kept telling me to trust.
It's a great festival. Gets better every year, and it's a great event for Queens.
Hi, well, I'm Don Cato. I'm the programmer for the Queens World Film Festival, and this is a great crowd come here to look at films from around the world and around the corner. So I hope you'll join us this year, next year. We're doing an encore screening where some of these films may show up in your neighborhood. So keep an eye out for us.
This festival will strengthen local businesses and bring us closer together as a community.
Welcome to the Queens World Film Festival.
The stars of this event are the films that all of you out there come to see.
And the festival has got such a wide scope. It's such a large international schedule of films that it's an honor to be part of that.
Are we excited to be here?
Very strongly that this was a good little wrap up for this festival this year, and so this is our selection, Unhappy Happy, and we're very happy to have Unhappy Happy happily playing here tonight as our closing night film.
And it's a very unique position to be in, my position and Don's position, to be looking at every theater from this position and see people coming to see the films, and it's so gratifying because it means that we're all part of your adventure and your journey and your development, and it's crucial for young filmmakers to really see their films behave in front of people, and it's very different than being alone and editing and being alone and editing and being alone and alone and alone and alone. The circus leaves town and all of a sudden it's you and your baby and you're alone, so you're not alone tonight.
Festival, we had a blast. I mean, it's always good sometimes to venture out and meet new people, and that's exactly what we did. So we applaud. It was their 5th anniversary. So for 5 years now, they've been gathering filmmakers from all around the world. And if you would like to submit your short film to the Queens World Film Festival, you can do that by going to their website or hashtag onto social media onto QWFIF, and you'll be able to get all the information. But Nikki and I had a blast, a great time. The reason why we're showing these wonderful festivals is because we have young people, a part of our internship, that will be here learning how to put together their segments, their TV segments, their radio segments, and even films, short films, and they will be submitting to Miss Kathy Cato. She gave us the word and instructions on how to do that, and we're going to make sure that this year we are in collaboration with her so that our young people can get the international play that they deserve. So let's give that a hand. So we're really proud about that on JLP's Youth Talk, and you can get more information about that on our website, www.julialynproductionsinc.com. It should be on your screen right now. And then next up, we're going to talk about a wonderful series that is going to come on to BronxNet and also to our website, and it involves our young people in the community. It covers such major topics as teen pregnancy and also about a spiritual principle that you may all know. So let's take a look at the trailer for Silent Flight and the Tiny Tiger.
You're like 6 months pregnant.
I'm going to just at 35. I'm 8 months pregnant. I have no place to go.
Be careful. Calm down. We're almost there. Don't worry.
Hold up. I know this is not the place.
You know what?
What's wrong with you? Why did you get her?
She was strong. Like, you might get her.
I better run. What is wrong with you, huh?
Even in the midst of the drama, the evening brings. Grind harder. Stomach-itis? Pressure my groove. Yeah, stomach-itis. Called immaculate conception, right? Okay.
Let me go!
I have here a signed affidavit by which you state that you seen the defendant, Mr. Ralph Hewitt, at the mall playing Mortal Kombat with his eyes.
I object, Your Honor!
Miss Birch, may you please point out to whom you seen that day squandering your lawyer's time?
Oh, yes. It's that one right over there.
That one over
right there.
Are you sure? Right there?
Oh, yeah.
And now, there seems to be a mysterious person walking into the courtroom.
Your son has not been paying his tithes. He's been stealing from God. David!
Is there anything I could do just to make it up to you? I can't see this is in trouble yesterday instead of paying his tithes. Guilty!
wonderful trailer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when your children are submitted to the JLP's Youth Talk internship and media program, they will be able to perform in such skits and plays as the one that you've seen. Now, our young adults, the Silent Flight series that you saw about the teen pregnancy, I mean, we have young people who come and talk about the situations that are going on today. I was talking to our engineer, Terrell. And Terrell, I mean, what did you think? What do you think about the teen pregnancy issue in our communities today?
I feel it's just a situation that happens.
It's a situation that happens. That's unfortunately an answer that is very valid. It happens all the time. And what we're going to do in this series is provide our young people with resources so that they're able to talk and coordinate with their parents, wonderful talks and insightful strategies on how to better take care of themselves when they're dating and such. We have Jadelle, who is my niece, who's in her 20s. She's going to come and she's going to be a major part of that. Jadelle, thank you. We have some single moms in our community who are coming on, who are going to relay their stories. And then we're also going to have our young actors perform, as you saw, some significant scenarios that happen in their life. But most importantly, we're going to have Miss Carrie Taft, who's going to come on. Miss Carrie Taft is of the Gethsemane Baptist Church. She has an annual talent show that goes on every year, and her expertise in this area is to help provide resources for young women who may be going through teen pregnancies. That's housing placement, counseling if you need it, and also we're going to talk, because we don't necessarily advocate one way or the other, but we're going to bring the situation out in the open so that our young people can have choices, but they also, those who are underage, are given the proper guidance, and their parents are very much involved. So that's that with Silent Flight series. Isn't that amazing? We are so excited because here at the DSN Studios, we have a rooftop where our young people come and they're able to rehearse. They're able to learn about the media programs that they're about to be involved in. And we also have a daddy-daughter dance that is going to come up to help the bonding processes in our community of parents and children. And you can see all of that and get that information on our website, www.julialynproductions.com. That's on your screen right now. And we're almost wrapping it up, but we had to tell you about a major call and interaction that we've had as well this week. Some of our young people have been doing so well in media programming, and again, log on to our website to see how your child can be involved here in the Boogie Down Bronx at a state-of-the-art studio to perform and produce their own TV and radio segments. But this week, 8 young people, or it could be more, it could be wrong, it could be more. We're going to see it right now. A few young people in Harlem who have done amazing jobs in their digital programming, digital media arts programming, went to the White House. They got honorable mention from President Obama, and he has an amazing initiative. Not only Let Girls Learn, as hashtag Let Girls Learn, but also a media submission type of program each year that you can submit your programs to. Nevertheless, these young people from the Riverside Church in Manhattan, be giving a major shout out to Reverend McCrae, and a wonderful congrats as they got honorable mention at the White House for this particular program. Let's take a look.
We live in Harlem, USA. It's often called the Mecca of Black America.
Like all great communities, there is a tradition of providing guidance and training to the next generation. Tennis great Althea Gibson came back to her neighborhood to teach and inspire. We took a look at several programs in our neighborhood.
First, we needed a great definition of a mentor.
A mentor brings you insight. A mentor
shares experiences from his or her life in order that when you come up against hard knocks, he made it, I think I can too.
We talked with Jamal Joseph, who co-founded Impact Repertory Theater in 1997.
We think the alchemy is taking someone that may not appear to be gold at first, may not appear to be shiny at first, and to help them release that inner light and that inner potential. And that's what Impact is really about.
Jamal Joseph is my mentor. I joined his company, Impact Repertory Theater, in 2009 when I was 11 years old. And from there, it built me to the person I am today, which is an actor, filmmaker, writer, director, and eventually a producer.
Last summer, Dee Dee Halleck helped Black and Latino young women create films about community gardens in Harlem.
One of the jobs of a mentor is to raise people's expectations so they realize that if you have the desire and the energy and the dedication, you can do anything.
I got to do my own thing, which was make a music video. And Dee Dee said that was a perfect idea, and she continued to just mentor me in a direction where keep going for it and don't stop.
The Blue Nile Passage, a rites of passage program established in 1994.
Biologically, he's my grandson. I just prayed that night and asked the Lord, make this possible, let this happen for us.
Having a mentor is like having two dads.
Vi Higginson, a former radio disc jockey who founded the Mama Foundation for the Arts.
It is a joy to see a young person who comes in, who may be very shy, who has no understanding of their gift, and then suddenly they begin to blossom and bloom, and there's something that shifts that you can see. It becomes physical.
Our mentor here at the Riverside Church is Reverend James Singletary.
I had no experience working with kids, but the one thing that I did have was an ability to love people unconditionally. All the kids want to know is that you love them. And when they get a sense that you love them and that you care about them, you can lead them from here to Kalamazoo.
We are grateful to declare that mentorship is alive and well in the Harlem community.
We live in Harlem, USA. It's often called the Mecca of Black America.
Like all
How wonderful is that? Now, the reason why we showed that particular clip is because we are going to be covering the Riverside Church. That's for the Reverend James Singletary and Reverend McCrae have invited us to join them on their Youth Day in April. So now these young people went to the White House just the other day and were honored. And I really love what the gentleman stated in the clip, in that he didn't have much experience with young people, but when you show young people that you love them, when you show them that there is a spot for them in your community where they can grow, where they can express themselves in a positive manner, then, you know, it's all good. And so that's what we do here at JLP, and that's Julia Lynn Productions, Inc. And we're so pleased to have brought you some of our collaborative efforts that are going to bring forth wonderful young people to where they need to be in the arts throughout 2015. So once again, thank you, Don and Katha Cato of the Queens World Film Festival. Thank you to Reverend James Singletary and Reverend McCrae for allowing us to be part of your Youth Day and your fabulous mentorship program in Harlem. And thank you to all of our young people who are part of our Silent Flight series and our Tiny Tither series, which is on our website, www.julialynnproductionsinc.com. And so it's amazing. We are having such an amazing time this year. Stay tuned, because we're going to, as you will see on the website, announce the day when our ebook will be released right here on a wonderful rooftop afternoon with our youth here at the Demetrix Studios. That's 1838 Aday Avenue here in the Boogie Down Bronx. And we're praying, and we know that God is going to give us special clearance of weather. Terrell, what you think? By that time, we should have our weather taken care of. It's the officially spring, so we know that all of our mentors are gathered and they're going to be on point as we go forward and mentor our young people, especially in the arts. So again, if you want to see that information concerning all that we mentioned here today, please look at our website, www.julialynproductionsinc.com. I'm Laverne Bowen, and I also want to give a major shout out to the Emma Bowen Foundation. Now, I know Emma Bowen is my last name, but we looked up the lineage, and unfortunately, I'm not related to Ralph, but it's an extraordinary foundation. If you go to the website, www.Bowen, B-O-W-E-N, foundation.org. You will be able to find fabulous internships. Now, this was by way of Reverend McCrae as well, Reverend McCrae of the Harlem Mentoring Program. The Emma Bowen Foundation is amazing. This is a feeder program that we will allow our young people at JLP, once they finish the culmination of their media training series and have their show on the air, which is BronxNet Television. We have to give them a shout out as well. They can go to the Emma Bowen Foundation and learn about internships, and these are paid internships for our young people. Mostly high school seniors, but these are an extraordinary opportunity, and we thank Mr. McCrae for giving that information, and for Ms. Sandra Rice for enabling us to allow our special youth to apply for these positions. So that's www.emmabowenfoundation.org. You'll see more of this information on our website, as well as our BronxNet television shows. If you like the clips of the silent flight, that was a little rough, but let's face it, we watch reality shows and we enjoy all the ratchetness of what's really going on. You will see a lighter side to our young people as they deal with these issues that are going on in their life, but give it a nice satirical satire, so it's easier to deal with. And then, of course, with our experts who come on to make sure that they have the resources that they need in order to have a balanced life. So we want to thank again everyone who's joined us today. Thank you, Mr. Dion Powell. Thank you to Angie and to Anjanae, our wonderful young people. Thank you to Terrell, our engineer. Thank you to DSN Demetrius Studios. I'm Laverne Bowen. Everything is on our website that you see on the screen. And I'm just so grateful to do my part in the community. We want to give a shout out also to the NAPFE. That's the National Association of Postal and Federal Employees. I have to give them a special thanks because we're rolling out a series of videos that you'll see in the future on our website regarding our young people and saving jobs. So thank you again so much. This is me signing off. And I want you to enjoy the rest of your day. I'm so glad I'm going to enjoy it. It's springtime. We had a snowfall the other day, but it's gone, and now it's time to blossom and encourage our youth daily. Thank you so much, and have a blessed day, and thank you.
Communities, there's a tradition of providing guidance and training to the next generation.
When the glory comes,
I know you got all dressed up for the club, waiting on Nick come pick you up, baby. Ooh, when I saw you walking out the door, ooh, I just knew you needed something more. Now whip it straight back to the crib. Finna give you something that you won't forget.